This is the reading for the week of the 29th of August 2016. I see I've said the 28th. Okay, well, the 28th then. Right, the first card that we look at is the archetype for the week. And this is about organization. So this is about getting organized, decluttering your life, streamlining your life. And the main message that came through here was keep it simple. That seems to be the key phrase for this week, is keep it simple. Keep your life simple, keep your love life simple, keep your plans simple, keep the work you do on yourself simple. That seems to be the words to use this week. Even when you're trying to work through something or you're battling with something, keep your strategy simple. The second card that comes up is also an archetypal card, and this speaks about, you could find that this week is a bit of a happy time after a trying time. If you've been going through hard times, there's suddenly this lull and you actually get to enjoy yourself and relax a while. This applies to your love life as well, and to romance too. It's as if a time of lack can give way to a period of well-being and feeling cared for, as if the universe and the people around you care for you. So there's a definite break this week in what happens. So make good use of that. Remain optimistic. Keep your eyes and your heart open, because there's shall I try that again? There's definitely a different energy this week. You can hear by the soundtrack that I use at the beginning of this video, there's just a different energy around this week. And the card that I chose for the opening sequence for this video is the celebration card. And there is that kind of feeling to the energy, but it's a different kind of celebration. It's almost as if you've slipped in the back door to banquet and you're enjoying the banquet despite the fact that you were not invited. It's that kind of feeling. That's the best description I can give it. But yet you're allowed to enjoy it, and it's really great, even though you slipped in the back door without an invitation, okay? Right, now we look at the challenges for the week. The first challenge that comes up is that you need to be your true self, that inner light, that inner you. Listen to that and be that. Stick to what you know is right for you. It's that kind of feeling, that kind of description that is coming through. Because the second card that comes up speaks about taking advice from people who mean it well, not people who are just generally criticize for the sake of enjoying it, or just generally hand out advice very freely, but people who genuinely give you warm-hearted advice. Listen to that. There seems to be an element this week of being given advice, being given clues, being given pointers on the road ahead, and they're not only going to come from outside but from within you as well. So if you get a really deep gut feeling, or spend some time meditating and praying too, it's a very good idea this week. You will get very distinct, clear messages. Yes, that's what it is. You're going to get distinct, clear messages on what to do and how to move ahead, especially where you've been sitting, struggling a bit with an issue, be it your romantic life, your love life, or be it your working and career life. This week, you're going to get some kind of clarity coming through, either from somebody who gives you the advice, or through meditation and prayer and listening to your inner guidance then, or to the advice that comes through. The other thing to remember with when other people give you advice is, remember that your guardian angels, the universe, will use other people as a vehicle to impart information to you. So listen to what other people just have to say. You don't have to follow it blindly, by no means, but listen, because there's going to be very clear advice being given to you this week. Now, your opportunities this week. So I do a little 3-card spread for this, because this works really well. So this week you're going to be faced with a choice or a decision. I think that's what all of this is referring to, where you're going to get your clarity. It has to do with something that has been burdening you quite heavily of recent. You're going to get communication coming in. That's what that letter is. So it's going to be a very, shall we say, 3-dimensional communication. It's not going to be like an inkling or something that flies past you. It's going to be very, very solid communication coming to you, which helps you make a decision which will relieve you of this burden or will help you work through this burden. Now, this applies both to your romantic life and to your general life. So it depends where you have been more heavily burdened. You will now face that choice, that decision, where you're not sure whether to take the left door or the right door, but you're going to receive some kind of very clear communication that will help you make that decision. And you will either be completely relieved of this burden, or you will in actual fact be able to work through it easier. Now, the love part of your reading for this week speaks about reconciliation. Right now, before all of you jump up and down in absolute glee because an ex-lover is coming back into your life, yes, for some of you, that is going to be true. Someone whom you had an emotional connection with at some stage in your life before is about to come back into your life. Others of you, this card can also manifest as a situation which brings up an old relationship. Now, if you're still hanging on to an ex, you can't move forward. There's no space in your energetic field for somebody new to come in. So you sit in the stasis, in the stalemate, where you're wishing for love, but it can't come into your life because there's no room. You're still hanging on to the past. An ex-lover who may, well, there's a very good chance, and for some of you, it's in all likelihood will never come back. So this week is going to give you the opportunity to resolve, find resolution to an ex that you need to move out of your life so that you can get somebody new into your life, so that you can get that love that you so desperately want. So it's two scenarios. Either you're going to be presented with the opportunity to clean up that energy, to remove it from your energy field, to find resolution about someone from the past, or yes, someone from the past is coming back into your life because it's an unfinished story. It hasn't ended yet and it needs to be finished. Then in your general forecast, once again, is that aspect of being open to learning something this week. I think a lot of us are going to have to change tack this week. We were headed off very determinedly in one direction, and suddenly we're going to have to take another direction. Not a completely new direction, but just a different avenue to get where we were going. And the education card speaks about being open to that information. You maybe have to learn a new skill before you can progress on what you're doing. You maybe have to change a paradigm or a belief system before you can get to what you want to have in your life. But be open to changing tack. Be open to changing what you believe or how you're doing things or how you want to achieve your aims. Something like that is going to be coming in this week. Now, the first guidance card was like, okay. This says discernment before a passionate encounter leads to the magic of love. One's instinctive thing is to say, whoa, okay, back off a bit. When you meet that somebody and it's like a major crush, or that someone comes back into your life again and it's like, whoa, full steam ahead, it's saying, back off, just hang on a moment. Handle this a bit differently this time. Use discernment, and then you will see the magic of love. But if you pile in their head first, you're going to be possibly repeating a pattern, and you're just going to end up back at square one again, and you won't see that magic of love, all right? So pay attention to that. Then your final card says, expression unleashed and empowers you. Sorry, I don't know why. I'm positively dyslexic this week. So this card basically speaks about when you are truly yourself. This is going to be easier. When you're truly yourself, when you express yourself as you truly are, not with all those filters and all those ideas of how you think you should be and all the things you've heard people say how you should be, but when you really, honestly, truly are yourself, then you will find your energy flows easier. A lot of you are feeling blocked, very blocked. This is because you're not living true to yourself. This includes how you dress, how you speak, the things you do, your career, how you go about your career. Start coming out of that cocoon and being your honest to true self. And if that means you want to dye your black hair blonde and wear pink, do that, because that's probably your true self. I know I'm using a very sort of like facetious example there, but be your true self. Start being your true self, and you will see how your energy starts to flow far more easily, because creativity and expression is not only in what you do, it's in what you say, in what you wear, in how you go about doing what you're doing. Right, so if you would like a personal or private reading, so we can have a look at how to unleash that inner you, that real self, or about what that card is with that somebody from the past coming back into your life, you can contact me at theoracletimes@gmail.com or book a reading via the website, both links which are showing in the owl picture now, or should I say the web addresses. You'll also see at the beginning there I'm giving a really fun new option where if you've got your own tarot deck, you choose your cards, you let me know what they are, I'll tell you what I think they mean. And it's for a nominal fee, very little. So it's fun, we can do it together. Right, I hope you enjoyed this week's reading. Thank you very much for watching and listening.